Okay. Yeah, this is a very specific message. I'm laughing because I'm slightly embarrassed about what I'm supposed to talk about next. It's not that I'm embarrassed about it, I just don't like talking about my personal life. But we're going to talk about it, I guess, because it has something to do with this reading. If the Emperor comes out, I'll know that it's Aries reading, but I'm not quite sure if that's what it's about or if it's just about the collective. So, what this message is about. A couple years ago, I had, this is my third YouTube channel now. So, on my first YouTube channel, it got pretty big, and I connected with an artist. And we did a lot of collab together on that channel. He was a musician, I was doing tarot. And then my second channel, I had a love affair with a very known musician. And I'm not going to say who it is because he's a very private man and he's always been private. And I really respected him for that. So I'm not going to go into details about who he was, but he was on Much Music quite a bit. He toured the world. He was quite a known artist, like I said. And that's why I'm not going to reveal who it is because of privacy issues. I don't even think he would even care, but I mean, here's why. So we had a brief love affair with my second channel. So my second channel, he was another musician. What I used to do in my previous tarot channels is I would play music with the reading. And that particular artist somehow found out that I was playing his music on my channel. I'm not sure how. A lot of it's copyright now, so we can't play music now. But I used to. And so this artist found out I was playing his music. And he got into contact with me. I think when I was live, I was doing a live stream, and I believe I was playing his music on the stream at the time, and he was all of a sudden in the stream, and we were all like, yo, are you kidding? Is this who we're listening to right now? And sure enough, it was. And so yeah, now I only say the song and then the artist. My channel's, let's just say YouTube has evolved quite a bit over the years. Anyways, so when I was in the bath, this guy came to me because what ended up happening was he was separated from his wife. And that's why we started dating. We started working together first, and then we started dating. And then I don't know what ended up happening, but he ended up getting back together with his wife, and the divorce that he was going towards was canceled, and they reneged on the whole thing. So I just walked away. He walked away. And to be honest, I'd still smoke a fucking huge spliff with him. I still have mad respect for him. Like I said, he actually still is one of my most favorite artists. I still listen to his CDs. I'll always listen to his CDs. If he ever goes on tour, I'll always be there. I'm always going to be a diehard fan of his. And dating him was actually quite an experience because artist to artist, I'm an artist, he's an artist. When you go through really hard times, people who have survived kind of end up being with people who have also survived something, right? People who have been sheltered. And by sheltered, I just mean have an easier ride than others, okay? Just by their karma or whatever it is. I don't believe that they get with people who have had really bad pasts. I mean, I'm sure some of them do. But the way that I see it is tragedy meets tragedy is kind of recovery. Almost, right? And he was homeless, I was homeless. He was hooked on a lot of drugs. I was an alcoholic. So we really got along. Our struggles were a lot the same. And when he decided to go back to his wife, he didn't even actually tell me. She posted something up on social media. And then that's when I knew that he had made his decision. I went back to his family. I mean, he had kids with her. It makes sense. Anyways, they got back together for the 40th time, and I just walked away. Like I said, I would still be friends with him. But I don't know why he came to me for some reason in the bath and was like, tell that story about you and I. And I'm like, but why? Why would I tell the story of you and I? And he's like, and I don't know why. I don't know why. he's coming through the way that he's coming through. Maybe he's dead. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if I looked it up, I'd be able to figure it out. He actually is, he has deleted everything now. I don't know where he is. He kind of fell off the face of the earth, to be honest. He has a lot of addiction problems, so it makes sense that he disappears when he disappears. So I don't know. I have no idea where he is. I hope he's still alive, but if he isn't, this reading is in dedication to him. Like I said, he fell off the face of the earth. And I'll never say his name, obviously. I'm not a gloater like that. I'm not going to gloat. And like, who cares? It doesn't matter that he was famous. It doesn't matter who he was. It was a very special bond. And we worked together. I don't know if it was something about working together. I don't know what this has to do with your life. I have no idea about anything. But that's the story of me and a somewhat famous person dating a few years ago, back in Toronto. He was living in Toronto. I was living in the country. And yeah, whatever this has to do with, like I said, I don't know if this has to do with Aries. I'm not even using the animal cards. I have no idea what this reading is about. I don't know why he wants me to talk about our brief love affair. Oh, he was so much fun. He was such a free spirit. People who aren't clocked into 9 to 5s are just such free people. Like, oh, he's such a beautiful person. I think there's still more to be said here. Paradise. We got Mirror and the Golden Mirror. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so I swear, I'm like almost gonna say his name so many times. Whitney, shh. Okay, so I do think you're meeting somebody. So I think that's what this whole reading is about. Is that maybe you're gonna meet somebody that's along the same lines. Like I said, like me and him, we were on the same side of the track. It didn't matter that he was famous. It didn't matter that what he drove, what his house was. It didn't matter. What mattered was the connection between him and I. And how we connected. Like I said, we connected through YouTube. It was fucking crazy, okay? It's like a 90s hookup over like Yahoo chat, right? Like it was really weird and we trusted each other like instantly. And even though like, and he's the kind like he wasn't like people knew who he was, but they didn't either. Like we'd be in public and nobody knew who he was. But yet everybody at one point knew who he was, especially in Toronto. Fuck, right? But like, I mean, that's the thing is like some people could be known, but you don't know them. Or they could be well known and you do know them and you don't care about their status, right? I don't know what this means for somebody. I really don't. I have no idea. I can't get like that much into details with stuff because they're collective readings and they're so different that I have to kind of keep it more on a broad spectrum rather than like narrow in that hard on something. I have powers, but I don't have superpowers. So there's like some type of relationship coming together where the two of you match each other. And you mirror each other, you mirror each other's wounds, you mirror each other's narcissism. Maybe you're used to like love bombing. Like it seems like you're both kind of used to the same thing. And that's the thing is like when you're an addict, you know what it's like the next day after you piss somebody off and how much you have to love bomb them. right? Like you might have drank a little too much and then you said a few things and then you wake up and your partner's like, oh, so now you want to fucking talk to me? Like you had a lot to fucking say last night. Like I wonder what you're going to say today. And you're like, oh, it went that kind of way. Yeah. So you guys might be used to that. Like you might be used to, having like being that role of waking up and then having to go and apologize to somebody for the way that you were. It's like you're on the same paradigm. Like you're on, not, I don't even want to say it's a level, because it's not about a level. It's as if what you do is just very similar. And it's almost like who you date is very similar to one another too. Like you might be meeting somebody and you're like, well, I have a type, and they just happen to be your type. Like it's very, like, because that was me and him. Like, to be honest, when he was at his highest fame, I didn't even know who he was. Like I heard the song on fucking Edge 102 all day, every day, but I didn't know who he was. I didn't really watch music videos back then. So, I mean, I watched Much Music Countdown. I watch more music videos now than ever because of YouTube, but like I didn't really watch music videos back then, so I didn't even know what he looked like. I knew who he was, but I didn't know what he looked like. So when I met him in real life, because like I said, we started working together, so we started collabing together, and I sold his merch on my channel, and I saw him face to face. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is what you look like? Like I had no idea what he looked like. He knew what I looked like because he saw me live on my channel, but I didn't know what he looked like. He was fucking famous, and I had no idea who he, like, I knew who he was, but I didn't know what he looked like. And I mean, that's kind of like back in the day, like, unless they were on TV, how would you know what they look like? Right? If you only heard them on the radio, you'd never know, right? Because back then there was no internet, right? So, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I just bit my tongue a little bit. Ow, wow, 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 wow. Okay, so moving forward, we've got Girl with the Snake, and that's the paradigm. It's like the both of you have enabled boundaries. Okay, it's like you're both the bridge to narcissists. For some reason, you keep narcissists afloat, and that's just maybe a lack of like love in your life. When you were growing, you don't really know that love is a give and receive. You're just used to giving, and having everything taken away from you, and then having to prove even more that you love, and then people just taking that from you. Like that's what narcissists do. They make you over fight for something to compensate for their laziness and their uninterest in the subject, right? So something is gonna happen. There's definitely inner child or childhood trauma. And some of you could have maybe acted a little immature or a little childish, and that's because of your surroundings, and that's maybe because you're used to getting what you want. That could keep that kind of childish mentality almost a little bit. And the thing is that you're evolving, you're changing out of that. And I think maybe that's why the two of you are like just emerging from like a cocoon or something, and you've both come out and you're the exact same. So the universe is like, hey, you guys are mirroring each other. And then you make new memories. It's like being together is almost like you've already been together, because it's that easy, it's that simple. Sometimes relationships that are supposed to come into your life are supposed to be super easy. It's easy because you want it. Doesn't mean that it's simple. It's just the energy around it screams simplicity, which screams easy because it's not hard, because there's no friction, there's no resistance. What is the time? 14? Okay. Let's see what tarot says. And if this is Aries energy or not. Or if this is just a collective, random reading. Which happens sometimes. You gotta let energy flow. Flow, Allie. Just flow. Me scuse. Okay, this is like a lot of energy. Okay, 5 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So that's like fighting for balance. Scattered. Something scattered. And then balancing that out. Right? Maybe scatterbrain. Evening that out and coming to balance with one thing. Having 2 things come together to create one thing. And there's some news on the way about where somebody's going. And it's an Ace of Pentacles with a star, and the 5 of Pentacles with the Hierophant, 9 of Wands, Magician. Like, the way that I see this is someone's going to the unknown. They don't know where they're going, but they know that it's what they want. It's the connection that they need. It's what they've wished for. You've got the key. So you have all the wisdom that you need to understand this little bit of cloudiness that you're in. Because there's something pretty spectacular here. Like, and that's the thing is, like, maybe there is somebody out there that's been doing something for a long time and they've always wanted to incorporate something else with what they do, but they've never gotten that other piece of the puzzle. So once they meet you, I just heard meet cute. That's when 2 people meet, like, really strangely. Like somebody trips on something and it's their foot and then they fall in love. Like, it's something really weird like that. Like, there's a meet cute coming. And maybe that's where this person is going to put together that, like, it's like you're both going to put together that you were the missing puzzle. Like me, oh my God, I almost said his name again. Like me and him. So when I hooked up with this certain artist, we, like I said, we collabed together right away. I featured him, and then he gave me all this free shit, which brought subscribers to my channel. Like, it was crazy. Like, it just worked out the way that 2 people work out. Like, I never thought that would happen, and neither did he. Right? Like, he had a record label and shit. Like, he didn't need to promote himself or anything, but he knew that I needed promotion. So he did things and gave me things for free. And then it was going to branch off to a lot more things. And like I said, it didn't, because he was about to get a divorce, and then he didn't. So it went in the shitter. But the way that the work collaborated together was something that I never thought was possible. And that's the thing. I think that's what this reading is about, is that somebody doesn't believe, or like, it's not even that you don't believe, but it's that you haven't seen maybe what your work is willing. Like, I don't know, maybe if you do something on the side, like if you have some type of channel going on, or you have like an Etsy page, or you sell something, and that's the thing, like you could be a realtor and then you hook up with another realtor and then you become the realtor team of like the century, right? Like it's like something like that. It's like being able to work together, being able to collaborate together. That's the magic, that's the connection, that's the seed, is putting something together, because you're both magical, right? You can both do something together. So it's just a matter of time of putting these two ideas together. That's somebody's big idea, is to put you with them together, and then poof, you make this twice as big size pentacle. And that's this news coming. And, you know, I did just put up a reading about a headhunter. So maybe this is the idea that the headhunter has been thinking about. Because like I was kind of going through it a little bit, but like I didn't like get in depth with something. But that's almost like what this is. Like maybe it's not a headhunter. Maybe it's not somebody looking for you. It's something that just ends up finding you. Like I said, it's a meet cute. You just end up finding each other. And then one person's like, well, I do this. And then this other person's like one person's like, I'm a painter. And this other person's like, I build houses. And then it's like, poof. Yeah, you're probably going to paint this guy's houses. Like, it's like something like that. Like, it's something so brilliant and so masterminded that it took you guys. That was going to be always the idea, I think, from day one, is to be able to put both of your ideas together to make one giant idea. And it's because you're from the same side of the block. Like, you're from the same something. Right? It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with, maybe you grew up the same. Maybe you know, like people have similarities. Like, I don't know. Like, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't really know how that guy really grew up. I know his adolescent years into his 20s, but I don't really know how he grew up. I don't think we ever really talked about that. And we talked a lot. And me and that guy got really, really close. And it was because we were really comfortable talking to each other, because we weren't judging each other, because we were on the same fucking side. How can you judge somebody when they're on the same side as you? Right? So it was really easy. Like, something is going to be like, that's why I said it. Maybe that's why I said it was easy, because it's not that it's easy. Like, it requires no work. It's easy because it's work that you want to do. Like, when you want to go out and cut your lawn, it's like the best hour of your life, especially if you're on a riding lawnmower, right? If you want to go out and do your garden, if you want to go out and do something, it's the best thing ever. When you put resistance for it and then go, I don't want to fucking do it, and then you go make yourself do it, then yeah, you're going to hate it, right? So it's like, that's it, and then it's hard. But when you want to do something, that's so easy, and you're like, well, this just works out because I'm already doing it and you're already doing this. So that's like peas and carrots. Oh, I was wondering when Forrest Gump was going to come up, honestly, because Elvis Presley came up the other day, and Elvis Presley, I was like, right away I got that scene in Forrest Gump, and I'm like, oh, I fucking hate Tom Hanks so much. Like, please don't ever bring up Forrest Gump. And sure enough, it just came up. Because, like, they're not meant to be. Like, actually, no, she's fucked. She's, like, dying of AIDS. She leaves Forrest all the time. What's her name? What's that damn little girl's name? Anyways. I don't know, man. Something about this reading just feels right. I don't know what's going to happen. And Aries did not come up, so I think I'm just going to put this as a random collective read. I don't think I'm going to put any energy behind it. because I don't really think it needs energy. I think this is just a random reading. Sometimes they just come in randomly like that, and I don't really know why. Maybe someone's calling me on. They want to know if I got mad skills. Maybe somebody wants to know if they're going to finally ever meet somebody in a really weird situation. I don't know. Anyways, my sister made me pierogies, so I'm going to go and eat. I hope this makes sense. And if you want a personal reading, you can email me, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com, or you can visit the About section of the channel for the readings that I do provide for the collective. And if you just want to email me, let me know how awesome I am or how much you connect with my readings, you can also do that. I often do respond. And yeah, peace out. Thanks for watching. And love each other.